Hi guys, we are here tonight. Obviously, Jane and I are hosting for the World Divination Association, but we also have Stefano and Tina with us tonight. We are going to be doing reads, so we would like your questions in the comments. Our dogs are going to start fighting behind us, you know, because you have to. Uh, and I wanted to start just by asking you both how your 2023 was. Stefano?
Oh wow, 2023 was a roller coaster of a year for me. A lot of new things, a lot of new obstacles to navigate, and I can say that I'm here. I'm still standing, and I've really had a chance to learn a lot about myself and how I'm about the business and all of that. So it's been a marathon, and I'm glad to be at the finish line.
I think we are all glad to be at the finish line of 2023. We had this conversation last night with Branson Yasna, who were on with us, and every single one of us has said it had its challenges. I don't think it's been an easy ride for anyone. How about you, Tina?
Well, what was it Dickens said? It was like the best of times and the worst of times. So there were some highlights that were fantastic about 2023, but also some karmic transitions that, paved the way for therapy in 2024. It was that kind of a year.
And I think we're all ready for 2024. So what decks have actually helped you through 2023? What's your go-to if you just want to, chill out and calm all the craziness that there has been? What decks do you choose? Stefano?
Oh gosh, I have to look at my collection here. So the two decks that really got me through the year, first off, the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, just because I absolutely adore her artwork and I love the modern twist, the modern bohemian twist that she's given to the tarot. And the other is Dame Darcy's Mermaid Tarot. And because again,
I have Dame Darcy's Queen Alice.
That's
What's the Mermaid Tarot like? Because this is incredible.
I tell you what, give me 1 second. I'm going to wheel off screen and I'll wheel back with it. I'll be right back.
I said yesterday the Dame Darcy Queen Alice Tarot has been the one when I need a bit of a laugh. I need a bit of the gossip, if you like. It's a real gossipy deck. So I'm interested what the Mermaid Tarot is like.
So this is the Mermaid Tarot by her. Similar box it looks like. And living in Florida, I love being so close to the ocean. And just again, I'm an artwork person. I'm so visually driven, but I love how the swords are tridents and everything. Here's the Wheel of Fortune, which is a ship's wheel.
Oh wow.
And everything has got a mermaid vibe. Let me see if I can find one that has an actual mermaid in here. We are, Temperance. It's this gorgeous, gorgeous artwork, very reminiscent of sailor tattoos and all of that. So it's been very comforting, and I love to shuffle cards just to do something with my hands. Like for me, shuffling cards was the original fidget spinner, and I love how thick these cards are because I know that I can sit here and shuffle and it's not going to bend the cards or bow them in any specific way. So those have been my two go-to decks this year.
I must say, as far as shuffling's concerned, I have asked Jane. There are some decks that I need Jane to break in for me. And this is one of them because the card stock is amazing card stock. But I needed Jane to break it in so that it has to flow right for me. And sometimes right out of the box, they don't. I'm just looking for Temperance. in here because I think you'll love it. That's the Wheel of Fortune.
I
They're
love
very similar to what you've just shown. I'll just see. Oh, Temperance is there. It's the Alice.
Oh,
Alice.
I enjoy that.
I
Yeah,
think-
her artwork is incredible.
Yeah, and it's great for scrying. So, there's so much water in this one. The cups are full of water. But there's so many different aspects on each card that you've got, different symbolism, different what you're drawn to on each card. Yes. Tina, what deck has helped you through 23?
I've fallen down the Lenormand hole, a rabbit hole, and I find that Jamie Sawyer's Lenormand tiles have been, and to be able to do regular GT has been really amazing. I find it actually is therapeutic. Yes. Amazing. And I find it's therapeutic because it occupies my mind. So it's like working on an entire diagram. And so that in itself has been therapeutic.
Sorry, we're only laughing here because there's a terrible smell coming from the dogs. And we're both a little bit suspicious of what that means for us. I daren't roll my chair.
Oh, right.
Sorry, go ahead, Tina.
It's an early Christmas present.
Oh, wow, it smells like one.
Right now, Tina.
I've got the Siren Song on tiles.
I know.
I was so fortunate that Carrie gifted them me, and I think they're absolute. Jamie does an incredible job with them.
Oh, I got the Beloved Dead tiles, and they're spectacular.
It really smells in here.
What
It really smells bad in here, Jane.
is closer to you or to Jane?
I don't know, but I'm close to gagging.
Me.
I have a very low gag reflex for smells.
It's like, what else could go wrong? First of all, the browser.
We're having a bit of a situation, shall we call it?
Stop it. Nobody wants to see me gagging on air. Okay. So everybody started putting their questions in already. What deck did you say yesterday to help you through the...
I didn't say what deck had helped me through yet. Well, I use a lot. I've been going back to tarot for a while. My main go-to deck when I do readings for anyone is usually Chiro's deck, the Gilded Tarot Royale.
Oh yeah,
I use that, and then I tend to use my runes, but a lot and more than often I've been kind of not really using my cards as such on readings and just giving mediumship.
I think the gases are making me dizzy now.
Storm,
Tessa, thank you. She says she's been obsessed with the Rainbow Kipper this year. Thank you very much. Stephen Bright did an amazing job on the artwork for that. So shall we try and get some reads done then? Because we do have a few people who are already asking. If you would like a read, please put your question down. There's no question too wild. We like a challenge. So if you have a real challenging question, get it in there. We're happy to deal with it. I will be dishing names and reads out to all of us, and we'll just take it one by one. So we will, this is where I lose myself in the comments, isn't it? Jonathan Daly says 2023 was a shit year, but also somehow I received some amazing blessings. I think we all absolutely feel the same on that. So we'll start with the first question that came in. And I'll give it to you, Jane, to start it off. And then I will dish out the others. While Jane's getting ready, I will, for you, Stefano, Tessa is asking what's coming up in her work and finances next year.
Work and finances for Tessa. All right.
And Tina, you will have Yasna. She wants to know about her work in 24. She works at a court and she has a permanent job. So Jane will start, then Stefano, and then I'll find my question. You're naughty.
I do believe that there will be potential for moving. I would say it's going to be around about March, but I would suggest within that time you might have some actual restrictions with regards to the actual move going through. So whether that be actually, contractual or things like that, but there might be some issue presenting itself in which you're going to need to work through in that sense. That being said, it is something that is going to require you're going to feel it's going to come in starts and spurts, so stops and spurts. You'll be feeling like you're getting somewhere with it, and then you're going to feel like you're kind of jam-packed. I would say personally, the time frame in which you're going to be moving from where you are to where you want to be, is going to be round about the 7-month mark. So coming up for 3 months' time, you're going to start putting plans in place. There's going to be things that you need to work towards, and come to the 7-month mark, it's looking that it'll be more fortuitous for you to be moving then.
All right. Was that yours?
That was
Christine,
mine.
yes. This is when I can't remember what I've doled out already. I believe you have Tessa, Stefano.
That is correct. I think you gave me Stefano. Or Stefano's me, Tessa.
Tessa.
Tessa. All right, I'm looking for it myself here. Tessa, what's coming for work, career, and wealth in Tessa? It says 2023, but I'm going to assume you meant 2024 because I'd rather not repeat this year. So I'm using the Yuletide Tarot just in time for Christmas, and the first card that's come up is Father Christmas. This is the card of the Hermit. So I'm seeing that you're going to give yourself an opportunity. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to really define what it means for you. So define what you want your career path to be, asking yourself those questions. Where do I want to work? Where do I want to go? What is wealth to me? Getting very clear on that. Now, I am feeling that there's going to be an opportunity for you to do some inner healing and some letting go of a lot of limiting beliefs, because we have the devil, which here is Krampus. So you're going to be coming up against a lot of those chains that you've actually held yourself back. So it's going to be a year of inner fortitude, a year of inner strength, and also a year of finally breaking the chains of what's holding you back from the prosperity and from the abundance. This is going to lead to a 3 of Wands moment, or the 3 of Candles. So doing this work now, there's going to be many opportunities coming your way, many opportunities you're working towards. I just heard March in my mind. So if you're doing the hard work now, you're doing this inner soul searching work now, as soon as springtime, I see opportunities literally magically appearing for you to just take, run with, and move forward. But do the work now, do the chains, break those chains now, so that you can open yourself up to receive those wonderful opportunities.
Sounds a great advice. Tina, you're up next with Yasna, and I'm just going to inspect the room.
Hello, Yasna. Hello, beautiful. How are you? So I guess the first thing that I'm aware of is that I see that there's no trigger, there's nothing that makes you feel like this, other than it's some sort of an inner prompt that's trying to tell you that you need to move on from something. And I don't know if it looks like a department or a certain role, but it looks like very much you're going to be moving away from some aspect of your job and looking to improve or looking to ameliorate your situation. And you could very well start taking steps towards this and not looking back. And although I'm not exactly feeling that this means that you leave where you are exactly. It could just be a certain department or a certain set number of responsibilities. But I think that it's going to be a time period for you to have to sort of withdraw into yourself and try to figure out and understand what this looks like. So the question that I would ask is, what is sort of murky in your life right now? And that will, I think it has something to do with, it could be a position or some sort of restriction or limitations in your current job that I think you're going to be looking towards breaking through. So I do see something improving, but it's going to cause you to have to move away from something that's more familiar.
Brilliant. Stacey Kramer says happy or Merry Christmas Eve. And it is. Tomorrow's the day. We've got our buffet sorted for tomorrow already. I'm getting very excited. I am doing a read for Signa. If I have said your name wrong, I apologize. You have asked where you should live. Short answer is a city. The longer answer is it's a large city that has quite a large population, but is quieter in its nature to the cities that we think of, like LA, New York, etc. Quieter, but still quite a big city, big population, and it is warm. It's somewhere that you've visited before. It's somewhere that you knew somebody before. I don't think you still know them, maybe, but it's somewhere that a good friend lived at some time. Warm, you visited there, large population, not as busy as the big cities that we think of. Okay, so I will dish out some more. The first one, Jane, is Cecile. And how will Cecile's court case regarding rent increase go on the 10th of January? And Stefano is from Jonathan Daly. And will my opportunities for being a past life regressionist and professional tarot reader blossom at Hallowed Home, which is a shop? So will his career as a regressionist and professional tarot reader blossom at Hallowed Home? And then yes, Gerda, I've got a bow on today. It was Dealey Boppers last night. It's a bow today. Okay, so then we have for Tina, Erica, and she wants to know if her husband Marco will do a PhD at either SFU or Clemson. She wants to know basically if he will be considered a strong candidate at one of those universities. Jane, you are free to go.
So Cecile asked, how will a court case regarding increase go on the January the 10th? What I will see is it's not going to go as you're hoping it will, not entirely. So there is going to be a lot of disruption to your finances. So in that sense, it does indicate to me that there is going to be an increase. However, I don't feel that the increase will be as large as what it's meant to be. So if they're taking you to court, for example, for a £500 a month rent increase, you might find that you're having to pay £250 or £300, not that full £5, but it is something that is still going to allow you to actually, build a life and continue to be doing that. But you won't go unscathed with regards to this court case and finances, I'm afraid.
I won't say great.
No. But it's not going to go all their way either, so there is going to be some.
Fair enough. Stefano, you are next.
Hi, Jonathan. So first and foremost, I see that you said it's a witchy shop in Maui, and I want to come and visit. First card I've pulled for you here is the Justice card. And for me, right now, Justice is saying, which version of this story are you going to believe? That you are successful or that you won't be successful? Because your question is giving me feelings of doubt, like, can I make this happen? Can I make it? And Justice is saying, look, find the power in your choice, find the power in your words, find the power in what you choose to believe, because when you choose to believe it, it will be true. Now, I see you leaning towards, yes, you will be successful, because the next card I have here is the Sun. And for me, the Sun is the ultimate success card. Like, boom, okay, cool. Everything is just going to click, and I can see very clearly that path forward. Now, what's required from you right now? What's required from you is just to stay open and to stay curious, but also be curious with where you want, what emotions you want to invoke, what inspired you to follow the path of a past life regressionist and professional tarot reader. We have the Page of Good Cheer, which is the Page of Cups in this deck. So remember to be open, be curious, get back in connection to why you've chosen this path, how it awakens up your heart to be in service to others. I do see that you will be successful. And right now, I'm just going to say, choose to see yourself as a success. Choose to see yourself as successful. Don't wait for that. I'm going back to the Justice card here. Choose success now and let everything else fall in place for you. And all you have to do is just be open, be curious, and just lead forward with your heart.
Magic. Jonathan actually commented about the decks that he's leaned on heavily in 2023. The Cosmic Visions Tarot, the Soul Sparkle Tarot, which I Googled quickly and maybe on my to-do list, and the Oracle of Echoes. And Tina, you have Erica now, I believe.
I do indeed. Erica, I'm not going to make this too flowery because I do have a strong answer here. So I can see how this has been sort of stressing you out, because it's been sort of like a waiting game to get a response for one or the other. I'm getting a hard no for SFU, and I'm getting a yes for and a far better opportunity for Clemson. And I don't know geographically where these two places are. I do have a question, and I wonder whether or not, if he had gone to SFU, whether or not there would have been a physical relocation, or there would have been some issues that the other university doesn't have. But things do really look good for Clemson, so my fingers are crossed that I am not full of shite.
I love that.
I think you'll get news. I know that it's been a wait, but I do think that you'll hear something in the next little bit. So I hope this is a lovely Christmas present for you.
Absolutely. Jonathan says, thank you, Stefano. I'm looking forward to helping people release old patterns, even the past life ones, of behavior that interfere with their lives. Perfect. I am answering Gerda's question. Gerda wanted to know what 2024 has in store, finances and general mental stability. I pulled a GT to pick that information out for you, Gerda. And it's not about mental stability. I would say mentally, you are actually a super strong lady. I would say it's emotional well-being where your body gets stressed through the emotions that you are experiencing. And that stress is going to take you into 2024. It's not alleviated at the beginning of the year, but you are entering the year like a boss. You are owning the year. You are owning all that shit that's coming up and dealing with it. Although inside, you know, emotionally, it is a hard road for you forward. When it comes to finances, I would say you have enough. I'm not saying it's going to be anything over, anything amazing, but you are going to get by in 2024. And the money worries that, because it is sat, but you've got birds beneath you, and then it leads down to that money. So that money is already bubbling within you. And again, it's going to be enough. There's going to be enough coming in to meet the bills. And that's what's going to be important to you in 2024. It's not about making more, just about having that stability. So please walk into 2024 absolutely owning your shit, owning everything. And you'll see that even at those worst times when you're really worrying about it, it will even out. There isn't a downhill spiral here. And I would say as well, with regard to your partner, that we have really heavy health cards around him. And a diagnosis is shown within the cards. That too is something that both of you face head on. And it's also something that does see a betterment within 2024. So it's not, nothing's going downhill. Everything is kind of staying on an even keel. Once you get to that even keel, it remains there. Okay. So now I have to find where I was on the comments. Anybody watching, you know, put your comments or your question. I may have to start choosing them randomly because I do lose my place. Okay, so Jane, my name is Marlena. I would love to get some insight on where my focus for this time in terms of work should be, whether it's astrology or writing. Okay. Stefano, we have Julie Rinaldi, and she's asking, what does 2024 hold for her? And Tina, we have Maya, who is, Eugenia would love a reading on her relationship with RD.
Come on.
Jane, you're up.
Marlena, so looking, I've done 2 sets of 3 moons to see which one was shown as the most positive. The first set being astrology, and you know, you're going to really put yourself forward and be trying to do it. You know, it's there is a need to do it in the correct methods, and there's processes and routes in which you need to be following in doing that. And at times you might actually really kind of struggle with that structure. It might need to rein yourself in, but it's something that it'll take a lot of self-control in actually harnessing to be able to build that momentum. However, if you were going to be going with writing, you have, I'm going to actually show you these 3 runes because you couldn't actually have anything more positive for writing. You have got Cirillo, Wunyo, and Ingvar's in there. I can't get my fingers right. So within that, you have got that absolute enlightenment of Cirillo, that absolute drive to success. With Wunyo, it is something that you are going to be able to put your energy into that you find really, really like deeply meaningful. It makes you incredibly happy. And in that sense as well, with Ingvar's actually ending in those, that's that coming together, it's that unity. But I would also as well look at that as in you could potentially be finding a publisher, for example, to do that work with. So definitely writing.
And speaking of publishers, I have Stacey's question on what she should do to publish her book. It sounds very interesting. It is a novel a mystery novel with a lot of tarot in. So I'm looking forward to that, Tina, already. What you should do to actually get published, you actually have something in mind regarding publishers. You have a certain view on some of the publishers, and it will be sending off your sorry, I lost my train of thought then. Sending off the book to publishers, but it is a specific publisher, one that's either you didn't dare send it to, it may be a cheeky one, a bigger publisher, for example, or one that you just don't really dig that much. But you do need to find a publisher. I would say there's nothing about an agent or anything. I was, expecting an agent go to a publisher, but this looks like a direct submission to a publisher, and one that will take quite a long period of time for them to respond to you. So if you've actually sent it off somewhere already, for example, and it's taken a long time, or if you do now and you send it off now, it's going to take a while for them to come back to you. Don't lose faith in it, because that publisher is going to be interested in the end. Oh, that wasn't my turn, was it? It was, whose turn was it? Stefano.
That's fine, Toni. You were feeling it, and then you were feeling the spirit. So I'm just like, we're just gonna let you go. So, so Julie, 2024. First off, I see a lot of maturing in terms of your passion, in terms of your spirit. We have the King of Candles here, who is the King of Wands in the Yuletide Tarot. And I do see, I just see you just really coming into your own with your passion, coming into your own with that internal fire. What stokes you, what stokes the fire in the belly for you. I also see that you're gonna be entering into a slow and steady wins the race with the Knight of Gifts, who's the Knight of Pentacles in this Yuletide Tarot. You're gonna be in a place where you're gonna start taking things one step at a time. So the year is gonna feel like it's gonna be kind of slow to start with. That is by design, though, because we have the 10 of Candles, which is the 10 of Wands here, and it's you're going into this year, you're coming into 2024 with what feels like a lot on your plate already. So there's going to be a lot coming at you. There's going to be a lot of things that you are going to feel like you have to handle right then and there, burying yourself under that burden. So don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. I love this one because she's staring at credit card receipts. That's what I love about this card. So don't lose faith, because it's going to feel like everything's going to come at you at once. Now, I'll be releasing a blog on my website about this soon, but 2024 is going to be the year of the Strength card. It's going to be a year for us to really tap into our internal reserve. So take it one step at a time. Remember, you've got this. Remember that you have a fire in you that cannot be put out. So take it one thing at a time. And when you feel yourself getting stressed, just remember to take one step forward. One small step forward is still progress. So don't be afraid to slow down, to speed up.
You know what? When you said next year is the Strength card, I thought, fucking hell. Have we not done enough strength? We really have to. Erica No, sorry, I'm not giving out reads yet. But hello, Erica. Your read is up next afterwards. Tina, you have a lady with Eugenia.
Boy, I wish you were sitting in front of me so we could go through a few things in a little bit more depth, and I could get some validation here. Eugenia, it seems like there are some really, really beautiful and nice things about this relationship, but it seems you're on different levels in terms of where the commitment is and where that path to the commitment is. So I see that you have been putting a lot of time and effort into being, the one that's more receptive to taking it to a deeper level or a more emotional, intimate level, making improvements, making changes, moving forward. And I feel like he's just being cautious. I get that he's being, which causes a little bit of stress and a little bit of fodder for argument. I don't know if that resonates with you or not. So I think in the next little while, you really have to be very clear with yourself as to where you want this to go and what it is that you're looking for, and whether or not he's actually capable of providing it for you at the time, and how long you're prepared to actually wait with this, because it is a little bit of a journey. So if you could just tell me in the comments if this is coming close to where you're at with him, then I can definitely take a look at some other aspect if you want to ask another question related to it that's more specific as opposed to sort of vague.
She says different levels, yes, but we haven't been arguing yet, maybe.
I said it's fodder for argument.
Yes. Julie Rinaldi says, thank you, Stefano. I do have a lot on my plate. Writing a paper on DBT therapy today, getting into the flow one step at a time. Okay, I will dish some more out. I have to find where I am again. And you all have to listen to me. Sorry. Okay. Jane.
Yes.
Evie. Will there be a shift in what I do for a living in the upcoming year?
Will be a shift in what she does for a living.
Yes. And Stefano, we have Yuri. And Yuri asks, will I find a better place to live in 2024? And then we have the next one up is Erica for you, Tina, the incredible Erica Robinson. Would love a card on her career in 2024.
That will be easy.
Oh, I've got Nancy as well afterwards. Hello, Nancy. Eva's. A name doesn't come up on there. Will there be a shift in what I do for a living in the upcoming year?
It's going to feel at times, Evie, that things are coming together and then they're not. So it's kind of like in fits and starts, so to speak. I would say that there is going to be some aspects where you're going to feel yourself quite conflicted on an emotional level. However, really moving forth, putting a lot of work into things and looking at things in a greater detail is going to really kind of allow you to kind of maintain a balance throughout that, and everything that he's done is going to be balancing his decisions. So every decision that you're going to be making is going to be balanced, but things are going to be picking up, and you will actually be looking at having a complete and utter fresh start. Almost, it feels there's going to be many different areas in which you're going to be able to attain that. What I'll do is get a timing as to what month's going to be the most so literally from September, like September is going to be the kind of a pivotal shift, but everything's kind of culminating at that point. So it's almost like closing everything out that's needed to. And come September, it's like literally, it's like liberation. And if you are really, really taking control and actually directing in the ways in which it's going to bring you your happiness too.
Magic. Stefano, you're up next.
Okay, here we go. Yuri, short answer is yes. Very first card I've pulled for you is the Chariot. So that to me, I don't think needs any explanation. Very clearly, yes, you will find a better place to live in 2024. Now, I have two cautionary cards that I've pulled after this as well for you. The first is the Two of Gifts. I do see that 2024, you're going to be doing a lot of multitasking. Two of Gifts is the Two of Pentacles in this deck here. So you will be doing a lot of multitasking. You'll have a lot of things to take care of for that move to happen. And I'm saying cautionary because next we have the Three of Canes, which is the Three of Swords. So be sure that you have done your homework. Be sure that in the midst of all the things you're taking on, all the things you get to juggle in your life, especially with the upcoming year, that you are paying attention and not getting yourself into a place that's going to cause more stress and more heartache for you. So yes, the energy is there. I'm hearing April in my mind. So I'm just feeling like April, May-ish is when that's going to happen. Make sure that where you end up going, you've done your homework and all of that so that you don't get yourself into a pickle to get there. Don't go, like I can't make a decision. We're just going to go with this place type of a thing. So do your homework, but it is happening. It'll happen as soon as later on this spring.
Cool. Tina, you're up next.
Like I said, that was going to be relatively easy. Automatically, the cards that fell were just 2024. If you enter into career-wise, work-wise, it will be extremely successful, and you enter it already with that that presence and that experience and that ability. You enter as the emperor, right? So it's already, you're coming from a position of authority when you face what's coming up next in your spiritual work. And there's also a new yes there for you. So it's a there's also something else that you're going to commit with and commit to. And I actually see that you're putting sort of pen to paper, signing another contract. And the Sun card is there for you as well. Just saying that another sort of busy year. And I really do feel that resonance of success for you. Also, I want to say that there's something to be a little bit cautionary about too with a certain relationship and someone that I feel doesn't have their best interests at heart. It's almost like they are extremely, I want to use the word envious or about your sort of success. It doesn't sit well with them. I feel like they should really, really be supportive, and they should stand behind you, but they're just too selfish in their own agenda. And this is something that's a huge area that can potentially cause some conflict. And but the conflict I see, it's like little irritations that come and go. I think that it is surmountable, but it's just that you have to understand who they are, and you have to go to the source with them. It has nothing to do with you. It's all about them. So I would hold that very much in your sights. And I think it will really be useful for you because you're going to be restructuring your belief system about this person. It just won't feel good in the moment, but I really do feel like it's something that you will stay on top of. So already.
you know, I can double up on that because obviously I'm reading for Nancy. Erica's in the spread as well, naturally. And we do have Bear Snake hanging around garden, which you know what that means, Erica. But I did ask the question for Nancy on career. Let me make sure. New professional direction. There's actually a new professional direction for both you and Erica. Erica, absolutely. I can also confirm what Tina said about another book or another contract. There's definitely a written piece in there, and a change in direction for that on Erica's side. But also on Nancy's side, we have, I would suggest that you are a little bit disillusioned with the community as it is, even social media perhaps, and that it is going to be a change of direction that you've always wanted to do. Nancy, there is something that you want to do. There's something that you've always wanted to do. And it's going to take a while to sit within you, but when you actually make that decision of, I'm going to do this, this is your long-term goal that you're working towards the end of next year, you are looking at mid to late next year, you are looking at a change in what you are doing, a change in your business practices too. So, you know, with the disillusionment with community, it may be something along the lines of a singular way forward. But I do find it interesting that there is an institution in the mix, whether that be a publishing house for writing or whether it be an institution that you are hoping to work for, like the police, for example, missing people's cases, etc. But definitely you will be committing to your new way forward by the end of 2024. Okay, I will try and get to where I was. Christine says, thank you, Jane. I appreciate you answering my question. I'm very excited to move.
Best of luck with it.
Yes. Yasna says, Tina, yes, makes sense. I'm thinking of moving to a new department. Yuletide blessings to all from Just Bird Tarot. Happy holidays. What is coming, Jane? What is coming to me in love in 2024? That's Andrea. I am still single, face, red, droopy eyes.
No, it's like what I'm literally going to do. What is coming to you in love for 2024? I've just literally picked my deck up. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Wow. Your year is going to be around meeting people. However, what I will say is, don't settle. You know what you want. You know how you want to be treated as well when it comes to that, you know. But sometimes, on some instances, you might actually need to allow your perception to be changed because you could be so jaded with regards to how you've been treated in the past. It's actually really got you kind of stuck in a mindset of how you view people, whether they be absolute dicks, you know, where everybody's like that, and any kind of anything is that red flag and getting rid. So be open to having your perspective change upon some things and stop looking so much as what you're lacking within your life or lacking within your love life, and actually start having fun. You know, the more you're having fun around others and the more you can actually embrace having that, you're going to open yourself right wide open.
Was it Andrea who had the reading members? Because that sounds very similar, remember?
Can't remember.
Who Gaynor was reading for?
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know, possibly. But yes, so you are going to actually be meeting someone. But you just kind of, you know, don't stand for any drama. Don't stand for any bull. But allow yourself to not run at the first sign of somebody being a bit of a dick, because we all can at times. It just depends on what time of day and what situation we're caught in. So, you know, be open to.
Yes, I can confirm that, Jane. Sometimes I am. Okay. Stefano, you have Crozer, and who wants to know what's coming up in finances in 24. Tina, you will have LB, who is wanting their love life in 24. They're single for a long time. I will do Evka Bernard as well. Okay, Stefano, you're free to go.
All right, Crozer, finances in 2024. First off, we have the Two of Gifts, which is the Two of Pentacles. So I'm seeing a lot of exchanges. I'm seeing a lot of juggling of finances. I don't know. It feels a lot of like exploring different things to where to put your money and where to invest. Next, we've got the Page of Gifts, which is the Page of Pentacles. So I see a lot of just diversifying, a lot of exploring and doing some research on where you want to put those finances, where you want to put where you want to diversify yourself, financially speaking. We have two cards that are connected to the coins element, but talk about a lot of exploration, a lot of experimentation, and then a lot of spreading it out just a little bit. Now, there's going to be some things that you're going to be closing out with flying colors because we have the world here. So if you have some contracts that need to be closed, loose ends that need to be tied up, or if there's like a job or something that you've taken on that is about to end, do it in excellence, do it with flying colors, because I also see that there's going to be several things that you'll be wrapping up with a nice, neat little bow. And, even I think this is, even with a little bough of holly that she's got in her hands here. So what I really see is that 2024 is going to give you the opportunity to explore how to diversify, explore where do you want to invest your money and where it's going to have the biggest payoff, but also what can you wrap up and what no longer needs your attention, and you can tie it up with a little bow and send it on its way.
Great advice. We need bows. We need lots of bows.
I'm not sure it'll be as fabulous as yours, though, Toni. Like yours.
I did see something that I wanted to comment. Oh, Andrea, it was the same read. So it's nice you've got the confirmation twice then that somebody is coming up, and it's about having fun. Okay, Tina, you are up. The lady LB or gentleman, I'm sorry, I don't know. But Bissera is the name.
Huh. Okay. I would like to see that I see somebody stepping up right away, but I still kind of get for 2024, it's an interaction process. So what I mean about this is that it seems in some aspects of your life, I see that you're blessed in one area, and that is that you there are people around you. You work well within teams. I think whatever it is that you do, that you're attracting a lot of favorable attention and accolades, and it's an opportunity for you to really step forward some of the work aspects that you do this year. And I do kind of sense that you will have sort of a new attitude going into this year, romantically speaking, where you're starting anew and you're not sort of putting that much emphasis on it. And the moment that you start to do that, I feel like something shifts for you, because what I get is that sometimes your expectations have been so high that it's been like a tall cliff to fall off of. And I think that's what needs to shift so that you're able to sort of bring through something that that they don't sort of unconsciously feel that pressure to have to please and to be all those things. And so the minute that you're able to kind of let some of that go, it creates space for somebody truly to come in where I feel that there could potentially be a really, really strong attraction. So I hope that kind of made sense.
Yay. Sounded good to me. Okay, I'm doing Eva, and Eva asked a 3-part question. Which path should I take in 24? Be a professional card reader, become a virtual assistant, or dedicate myself to creating digital products? Number 3 is out. Number 3 isn't going to bring you the benefits that you are hoping that it will. However, 1 and 2 are very much in. And if you could do 1 and 2 together, so be a professional reader and become a virtual assistant to supplement one another until one of the 2 gets stronger, then that would be a great idea for you. I would say out of all of them, if you just wanted to choose one, it's going to be the virtual assistant, but never, ever say that you are not going to become a professional reader, because I think it's very much on the cards for you. Maybe, virtual assistant first gets you into the reading aspects of things, but I would very much put them up in tandem, doing both together. So we'll do one more each, and then it is 7 o'clock here. And old ladies go to bed at 8. Yes, we do. No, we don't really. We're not that bad. Okay. Jane, cat and bird. My name is Catherine. My question is, what must I focus on in 24? And Julie responded to her read saying she does professional work with cards, mediumships, school, thinking about doing a master's. Okay, Stefano, we have Claudia. Will 24 bring me true love? Stacey, really good luck with the novel. We will absolutely share it everywhere if you publish that. And Tina, because you asked so nicely, Tessa, we will give a second read, even though I've not got down to the bottom yet. Tessa asks, how will her spiritual practices progress? Because that's a beautiful question. So why not? So that's you, Tina. Jane, are you ready?
I am. I've actually used my own deck for answering for Catherine for this one. So what you should focus on in 2024, Catherine, well, first and foremost, you should be focusing on, can't really see it with the light, success, light suit thing. And actually, so focusing on the success and building upon success, actually filtering out any aspects that aren't actually working. So things that are actually, going against you, things that are actively blocking, whether it's blocking yourself, the ways in which you could be self-sabotaging, for example, with certain aspects in your own being, or where others may have undue influence upon you on that. It's actually really focusing on you being your best self and building upon the success in which you're already kind of taking those steps towards already in 2023.
All right. Oh, you're up next.
All right, Claudia, hello, my darling. First and foremost, you have a little bit of homework to do. We have the Queen of Good Cheer. She is the Queen of Cups. So when it comes to true love, my love, darling, it is very important for you to, 1, know what you want and be clear on that, but also 2, know what you bring to the party. So the Queen of Good Cheer is saying to me, know what you're bringing to the party as well. Know what you're bringing to the partnership. Know what you are willing to compromise on, and know what are your non-negotiables. So get very clear on what that partner looks like for you. And it can be as creative as you want it to be. In fact, be as creative and specific as you want it to be, right down to what do they like on their pizza. Because I say that once you get that done and you have that frame of reference, it's time to put that out into the world with the 10 of good cheer, the 10 of cups. So it'll be a chance for you to really go out into the world, put yourself into social situations so that you can meet that person. You can meet who that is, and you can have a chance to really foster and grow that relationship. Now, over here, we got the 3 of gifts, which is the 3 of gifts here, which is the 3 of cups. I'm sorry, the 3 of coins, 3 of pentacles. Lean in on the people you already know. Lean in on the people that you've got yourself surrounded with. Now, to answer your question, will 2024 bring me true love? I see it as being about 70-30. 70 yes, 30 no. Take these steps now. Do the homework now so that you know exactly what it is you're wanting to bring to the table, know what it is that you're wanting to receive, and then put yourself into those situations that are safe, that are healthy, that are filled with joy, so that you can meet people who are like-minded. You can meet the person who is very much like-minded to you. And don't be afraid to have some wingmen and some wingwomen with you. You don't have to go this alone. In fact, it's kind of boring if you go it alone. Have a little bit of friendship with you. Have some friends around you so that it can stay lighthearted, it can stay upbeat, and it doesn't feel serious of like, this is the one, this is the one. So that's where I'm sitting with it right now. I can see the possibilities of it happening. Do your homework first.
When you were saying that, we're all sat here nodding our heads. Tina was too, Jane was too. Yes. Okay, Tina.
I was also going to say that was so much fun. Love that reading. Okay, as for your spiritual practice, it looks like too that looks like you've been exploring some new areas in this practice as well. So that looks really wonderful. Your gifts are there. I can see evidence of you having been sort of complimented for what you do, and whatever it is that you offer in this practice has certainly been well met and appreciated. But there's something else going on here with you as well. You're the kind of person that is not afraid to take on new stuff. And so, and you're very capable when it comes to that too. So sometimes the problem with that is that you find yourself in a position where you're just completely overwhelmed and you've sort of overcommitted yourself. And so part of me feels like maybe you're still waiting to have that confirmation that your practice is on the right footing and it's strong, because you've been sort of distracted and pulled away to taking care of other people's problems as well. Particularly, it feels like there's either a partner or a family member or someone that has been requiring sort of a lot of your time and your energy and your effort. So, of course, the message here would be to just prioritize what it is that you're doing and to focus completely on your practice. And I really do see that there are going to be opportunities and earning increases with your practice in 2024 as well. And there definitely will be something to celebrate. So what you have been waiting for comes to fruition. Just evaluate how much of your time and your energy you're sort of spending on things that aren't focused on this specific goal. And so best of luck with that in 2024. It looks really
absolutely best of luck. I'm going to read for Jenny Wright Reese, who actually commented early on, but I couldn't see your name, which is why we didn't read for you earlier. Should I pursue a romantic relationship with a man who's been a friend since we were teenagers? We're both now in our 60s. I would say you are tripping over yourself so much. You've got so many obstacles that are thrown in the way. Is it the right, I'm in my 60s. Do I want to invite somebody into my life? Is this somebody I want to invite into my life? He's got all these things that aren't great going for him. But really, he could bring a lot of happiness into your life. This is somebody, although you are unsure, although you are perhaps scared to dip your toe in the water, he can bring a lot of fulfillment into your life and also give you a new direction, a new way of seeing life, and just generally being a nice person to be around. But change is scary, and changing a friendship to a relationship is obviously one way you've got to be very careful with it. Don't be too overcautious. Try and, like we've said all night, try and have some fun with this, because it can bring a lot of fulfillment into your life. So I would like to say thank you so much, Jane, Stefano, Tina, for being here with us. I would like to say also, if you are somebody who struggles over Christmas, if Christmas is a lonely time, or if Christmas is a time that is difficult for you, which it is for a lot of people, we have free groups on Facebook, the World Divination Association. You will always find a like-minded person in there, no matter what time zone you are on, no matter what time of day it is. There will be somebody in there for support at a difficult time of the year for many, many people. And that being said, have the best end to 2023, and we'll be doing more with Stefano and Tina, I am sure, in 2024. And we wish you, everybody, all the best.